now move into a period of debate on this bill. Senator Johnson.
Mr. Speaker, may I make a formal amendment to the bill?
Motion on the floor by Senator Johnson to make a formal amendment.
I would not.
Formal amendment requires a second. Yeah, second by Senator Wilson seconds. Senator Wilson seconds. Chair will read the motion and turn it over to the body. Come to order. Let it be enacted one is hereby amended. The Student Government Association of Texas A&M University, on behalf of the students of Texas A&M University, hereby prioritizes mending this relationship and resolving the apparent disconnection between the administration's understanding and the student body's expectations of shared governance. And let it further be enacted 3 is amended to read: the Student Government Association supports Vice President for Student Affairs Lieutenant General Weber's ongoing efforts to effectively represent the needs of the student body. That is an addition. Read number 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6.
But I mean, we can like that and say that she's not good.
Okay, hang on. Emma has some time now.
I'm gonna talk about that.
Okay, talk about the body.
I lost the touch.
Yes. Okay. Yes, sir. This time, the amendment having been read before you and receiving a second, and is now turned over to the body. We'll move into a period of debate on this amendment. Items for debate. I will recognize the interest of the amendment for first. Senator Chair Lovelace.
Chair Lovelace, Academic Affairs. All right. This is the meat and potatoes of what we're dealing with. The question of how do we want to state and move forward with this issue. This amendment, I believe, is fantastic. We revised it 85 times during this meeting. I think it's important that we make this amendment for several very important reasons. When I was in Boston in January, I spoke with Ron Kaplan, student body president in 1972. I asked him, what is the most important thing that you ever do as a student body president within student government while you were there? What is the most important thing? He said, building a credible relationship with the administration. Period. That's the one thing we have. We have no absolute power. We have no explicit right to shared governance, and we absolutely cannot say you have to work with us. The only thing we have is a seat at the table where they listen to us, where we build a relationship and where we can effectively say, this is what we think, and then they listen and then they make their decision. In 1973, when the student body of Texas A&M marched on General Rutter's house for making the core non-compulsory and women eligible to enter the university, they marched on his house. He opened the door. He said, students, go home. If we disagree, I'm sorry. I would love for us to have more authority. I would love for us to have more decision-making in the university. But I guarantee you, with the way this clause is worded, it burns the bridge before we even walk across it to talk.
With the exception of Jennifer Fountain, Mark Gold, and a representative from J Court.
Motion for executive session is on the floor. Second.
Yes. Sure.
You had your floor had ended, Chair Lovelace. Seconded by Senator Fields. All those in favor?
Point of information.
There is no objection to this. Second, what's your point?
Is this debatable? I can't remember if that.
No. The motion, I'll explain. The motion for executive session is made. Whoa, hey, come on. Speaker's trying to explain things here. Motion for executive session is made. If it receives a second and is approved by 2/3 of the body, then it is so ordered.
Point of information.
Say your point.
If I recall correctly, we did amend this about 3 meetings ago to where it is debatable. Or point of order.
Our bylaws state that it is debatable now.
It is debatable? Very good point then. I am overruled. All right, we'll now move into a period of debate on this motion. Then the items for debate. Chair Lovelace.
Chair Lovelace, Academic Affairs. Before I guess I'll take it again. This is a horrible idea. We're debating one of the most fundamental things we've dealt with this session, and we're going to ask everyone to leave the room? No! What we say should be seen, regardless of if it's going to offend anybody. You are accountable to what you say and do. It's on camera.
Speaker Ambrose, all those in favor of previous questions signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Being chair, the ayes have it. So ordered. All those in favor of the motion,
Point of parliamentary inquiry.
state your point.
At what point would it be appropriate to move for postponing this bill for a period of 2 weeks?
Not at this time when no one else has the floor. All right. All those in favor of the motion for executive session, except for Ms. Jennifer Fountain, a representative from the Judicial Court, and the student body president, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay.
Nay.
Fails. We'll now return to debate. Senator Fields.
This question was listed, and then he still has the floor.
What order?
Executive session is not a motion to privilege. It is a main motion.
No, it's a question for, we gave it, we made motions.
You gave it. You gave
We
it.
gave it debate, but we can still technically go ahead and pass it.
I'm only aware of 4 privileged motions. Point of information, point of order, point of
But it
point of
basically
preference.
is a personal preference. It falls under that.
Okay. All right. So ruled. Chair Lovis, you have the floor.
Fantastic. Back into what I was saying before. The way this amendment is worded takes it from being something disrespectful to something we can move forward with. Because the most important thing we have is this relationship, regardless of if you think it's too soft. If you read Dr. Murano's email that sent out earlier this week, she very clearly said she wants to move forward, she wants to figure out where this disconnect between our understanding is, and she wants to make it better. So if we're going to take this olive branch that she's just extended to us and slap it on the ground, then I think my little sister, when she comes here, isn't going to have a voice. I think everyone, when they come here after us, isn't going to have a voice. This is the most important of the session. We have to pass this amendment. Point of that, actual previous question.
Second.
Whoa, hey, hang on, point of order, point the hell of order. Are you serious? This is
You are out of order, Senator Fields. You cannot say that. And your point is not in order. I have not recognized you. I recognize Senator Wilson.
kidding.
So my point of information, has Dr. Murano already begun a task force to explore the issue of shared governance as stated in an email to the student body?
No.
Well, I mean, she sent an email. How is that no? I mean,
She said shared governance, it's enlightened governance.
okay, on a technicality, no.
Thank you.
All right. I will recognize point of order. Point of order.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Is it proper, having only recognized one side of this bill?
There is no, your point is not taken. There's no rules. There's no rules. Point of previous question. It's on the floor. Seconded by Senator Paul. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed say nay.
Nay.
Division. All those in favor signify by standing. Hang on, people are standing up in the middle of the count. This is on previous question. This is on previous question. This standing vote is on previous question. On the amendment. Previous question on the amendment. People are 25? I was like 23 because I think 2 just sat down. That fails. That's not 2/3. Okay. With that, Senator Fields.
This is a terrible amendment, and I'm not saying that because I'm a primary bill author. I'm saying that because you have to understand what this bill does. And Senator Lovelace, with all due respect, Chair Lovelace, you simply don't understand. This bill is about saying something to the administration. You talk about we won't be listened to in a few years. God, we haven't been listened to this past year. We haven't been listened to at all. Every single word is something that we haven't been listened to. Ag assurance, she brought it to us. She said, here, do it. She brought it to us to present it to us, but to basically enlighten us on it. She didn't share in the governance of it. On the firing of Dean Bresciani, who was a very popular VPSA, and you can look at any news article. I'm not saying General Weber is not good and not popular. I'm not questioning his integrity. But Dean Bresciani, they did not come to us and say, what do you think about Dean Bresciani? They said, here, we're going to offer it to General Weber. And if you think student input was in that process, guess who got end up hiring?